Hey everyone, Brian here. I'm out in Hawthorne, California, basically Los Angeles, and behind this Honda Jet right here is the all-new 2023 Honda Civic Type R. Yes, this is the 6th generation. There have been only 2 versions that have come here to the US. This will be the second of those 2. The last generation was the very first, and as you can see, there is quite a crowd around that vehicle. So let's go check out the white one inside. I apologize for the noise. This is a very lively event, but right here we've got a white 2023 Civic Type R. The Civic Type R is going to come in 5 colors for this generation. This white, a black, a red, a blue, and a gray. Now, as you can see, they have toned the styling down quite a bit compared to the last generation. This is still a boy racer car, don't get me wrong, but there are a few design elements that I think are much more mature looking and much more appealing to a wider range of people. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I really like this generation. It looks very good to me. As you can see, we still have a pretty big wing back here in the back. It's not as big as the previous generation, but I have to say the integration may not be as well executed this time around. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Otherwise, you know, it's fitting for a Type R. It looks certainly like it belongs on this car, but I don't know. I wish they had done a more subdued option. There were spy shots a couple of years ago of a Type R with a smaller spoiler. I wish they had offered that from the factory, and it looks like they are going to stick with the big guns this time around just as well. And of course, any performance-oriented Honda would not be complete without the red emblem. We've got the red emblem back here in the back as well as up front. And I'm really liking the LED accents you get in the taillights here. This is straight out of the regular Civic hatchback, but it looks proper here in these Type R. Also, just like the previous generation, we have 3 exhaust tips. All 3 of them are rather large, but this time around, the 2 outer ones are actually smaller in diameter than the center one. When it comes to the wheels and tires, we have this aggressive black finish with the red Honda logo there in the center. Red painted Brembo brake calipers up front. We don't know the exact size of those brake calipers, but they look pretty aggressive for this car. And then, of course, we've got Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. These are 265/30 tires, super wide, definitely going to be super grippy, very appropriate for what this car can do. All right, so hopping inside. Obviously, if you've seen the new Civic, this is going to be very familiar. Of course, again, red Honda logo, but look straight ahead here. We've got a full LCD instrument cluster right there with a really unique gauge system. This is part of the new Plus R drive mode. It gives you a more in-tune, focused, performance-oriented gauge, a bunch of different information, including this unique tachometer situation going on up here, and a bunch of gauges down there at the bottom. And you can shuffle through all these as you wish, of course. Then in the center, this is the same dashboard, of course, from the regular Civic. Same controls, same really nice quality feeling buttons, same horizontal theme right there. And then just like last generation, we have the red, really aggressive bucket seats right here. And just like last generation, the back seats are actually black with the red seatbelts. Only the front seats are red like this. Again, no sunroof, no optional sunroof or anything like that. And then what you were probably wondering, what transmission options are there gonna be? Just like last time, only this 6-speed manual right here. It's a really comfortable place to put your hand. There is not going to be an automatic, at least not at launch. They haven't mentioned any possibility of one coming, and I actually don't think there is going to be one. We know that they haven't really been working on one to handle the over 300 horsepower that this car makes, and so I imagine they want to keep this car pure and stick it to its mission that it's always had of being a purist enthusiast vehicle that is one of the most, if not the most fun front-wheel drive cars to drive around a track or on the open road, and this will help them stick to that mission. Besides that, there's that Plus R button that's going to get you into this drive mode that gives you the screen up there. Your other drive mode selection right there. There's a blank button right there. There's nothing there, nothing to push. Then your electronic parking brake and your auto brake hold, which is nice to have on a manual transmission. Backseat, typical Honda Civic hatchback situation. Again, red seat belts, but fully black seats with the red stitching right here, which again, you probably can't see, but looks pretty nice. And actually the floor itself, which you can't probably see either, is red. The actual floor and the lighting down here has a red hue to it. That is a nice touch. I like that a lot. And as with the other Civic hatchbacks, we have a pretty decent sized trunk back here. Very dark, but there it is. Unfortunately, that's actually all I have for you today on the Civic Type R. We don't know pricing, of course. We don't know power output. We don't know really anything too technical about that upgraded engine. It's the same old engine as the last one. We do know about the Brembo brakes. We know it's still going to be a 6-speed manual transmission only affair. And we know that it's going to be on sale this fall. So we'll definitely be driving it sometime between now and then. So stay tuned for that video. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And check us out in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.